finally, are you pleased that the now dead Ayatollah Khomeini, the older Khomeini, is no longer ruling Iran?
It's a good question. I don't take pleasure in killing anyone. I don't think you should have illegally killed the leader, a foreign leader of a nation, who's also, by the way, a spiritual leader to millions of Shia Muslims around the world. He wasn't my spiritual leader, but he's a spiritual leader to many people I know. And that's a reality. I know people watching at home, non-Muslims, may kind of scratch their heads and say, but, you know, he's a tyrant in a foreign country. But that is the reality. He wasn't just a political ruler. He was a spiritual ruler. And to kill him, to assassinate him on day one of the war, will have insane consequences, Piers. I hope I'm not back on this show in a year, 2 years, 3 years, saying to you, Piers, do you remember when I told you that killing Khomeini will have a backlash? There will be terrorism, there will be revenge attacks. I hope that doesn't happen. But it could happen. It might likely happen. US intelligence is suggesting it might happen. The blowback from killing a foreign head of state, from killing an Ayatollah, a religious leader, in this way, in this blasé way. By the way, Piers, they also killed the people he wanted to succeed Khamenei. They're so incompetent. Trump now admits that in the next door building, they accidentally also killed the people they wanted to be their Delcy Rodriguez in Iran. So no, I'm never going to support assassinating foreign leaders, killing foreign leaders. So, you know, Colonel Gaddafi was raped and murdered on the side of a street in Libya. Is Libya better off without him? Well, A, not sure about that. B, obviously, I don't shed any tears for Gaddafi, but that is not what you do. I'm never going to support the killing of anybody outside of a trial, outside of due process. And, you know, it's for the Iranian people to decide their future. If the Iranian people want to get rid of Khamenei, it was up to the Iranian people, not up to Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump. And by the way, what a great regime change war this is. They replaced Ayatollah Khamenei with Ayatollah Khamenei. That's real high-level success in your regime change war. His son, apparently, is more hardline, we're told, than his father. And why wouldn't he be? They just killed his mum, his dad, I think his wife as well, his sister. It's not a guy who's going to do a deal anytime soon or roll over for Donald Trump. So strategically, it's a disaster. And legally and morally, no, you can't just kill people you don't like. Am I going to support, you know, I don't like Benjamin Netanyahu, Piers. Maybe you've noticed so for the last 2 years. But I don't support anyone assassinating him.
My actual question, though, Mehdi, was brilliantly deflected. My actual question was, are you pleased that he's no longer ruling Iran?
Well, I don't support the Vilayat-e-Faqih, what is called the Islamic system of rule in Iran. So I don't support any Ayatollahs being in charge of Iran. In Iraq, for example, you have an Ayatollah named Sistani, who the Americans have worked with for a long time. He's the spiritual leader of a lot of Iraq Shias and a lot of Shias around the world. He's never taken executive authority. He's never said, I'm going to be in charge of Iraq. He sits in his house and he gives his religious rulings. I prefer that system of government. So in a sense, are you asking me, do I hope that, you know, do I want Ayatollahs to rule Iran? No, I don't. I'm on the record supporting a democratic system, but I think it was people. No, I don't.
No, I know. I wasn't asking if you supported killing him. I just was asking if you're pleased he's no longer ruling the country.
It's a loaded question because his son is leading the country. So am I pleased with that? No, I'm not pleased with his son leading the country. It's not a question you can answer in a vacuum, can you, Piers?
Well, no. So if you're not pleased with the son ruling the country, are you pleased
that Saddam Hussein? Are you pleased that Saddam Hussein is not ruling Iraq?
Yeah.
But you oppose that war like I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
The two things are
so you can hold multiple positions
compatible.
at one time. Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
There's no problem saying that you're...
I'm agreeing with you.
You could easily... So you've agreed... You've now said that you're pleased the son... You're not pleased the son is running the country. Is that what you said?
No. No, I'm not.
Ah.
Not at all. I've said that publicly.
But... So does it automatically follow you?
And he's only ruling the country. Hold on. He's only ruling the country because we killed the leader before him, his dad.
I understand that. But I'm just trying to work out by natural process of elimination, you must therefore de facto be pleased that the dead Ayatollah is no longer ruling the country.
Am I pleased he's not ruling the country? It's a question in vacuum. So does that mean I'm pleased with his son ruling the country? Because it's a weird gotcha question without
No, I'm not asking about his son.
I don't want to say yes to that because that implies that I'm okay with the fallout from it, which I'm not. But I have made my position clear. I don't think any Ayatollah should be running Iran. That's not my political or religious viewpoint.
So it sounds like a yes.
But I don't think you should kill them in order to get rid of them. But I don't think you should kill Ayatollahs in order to get rid of them.
I didn't ask you if you supported killing him. I just said, are you pleased he's no longer ruling the country? Sounds like you are, but you're just very reluctant to use the word yes.
Yeah, because I have to think through the consequences of what I'm saying, Piers. It's good for you to ask a great question in a vacuum, but if I say yes to that question, does that mean I'm supporting what Trump and Netanyahu did? No.
I don't think any of that follows. You could just say yes or no.
And I don't take pleasure in killing people without trials. If Ayatollah Khamenei did something wrong, the Iranians should have tried him. The Iranians should have tried him.
Wasn't the question. Mehdi, that wasn't my question. I didn't ask if you were pleased he got killed.
It was just a question about my feelings.
I just asked, are you pleased he's no longer ruling the country? It's a yes or no. You either are or you're not.
No, because I can't. No, it's not. No, Piers, it's not as simple as that. I know you've now latched onto this, but I have to think this through. No, I don't think it's a matter about my feelings.
I've only latched onto it because you won't answer.
Pleased.
I think it's an easy thing to answer. I think.
I didn't know it was a therapy session to ask me about how I'm feeling. I thought it's about my political viewpoints. My political viewpoint is it was wrong to kill him. It was illegal to kill him. It will have disastrous effects for the region. It's mad to take out a head of state and a spiritual leader, and it's even madder when you replace him with his son, who apparently is quote unquote worse than him, both for Iran and for U.S. and Israeli interests.
I'll just try
so
one
no, I'm
more
not
time.
Pleased at the situation we're in.
I'm not asking you about the situation. Simply asking, are you pleased that he's no longer ruling the country?
No, I'm not pleased about what's going on right now in Iran, which involves killing Khamenei. So I'm not going to answer your question out of any context for you to clip this out of context. No. Nice try.
Perish the thought that either of us would take anything from our interviews and clip them out of context, Mehdi. You would never do that, would you?